Where is the promise of his coming? Where is the promise of his coming? The book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, verses 3 and 4. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kawa Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakodash, the water Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, for the gift of this truth. And we minister to the saints, fishing for the hopeful elect, the water Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, for the elders and apostles, great millstone, who taught us this truth, who are the true teachers of the Bible, and our eyes see our teachers. And double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who continue to be on fire and push this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, wherever ye are scattered. Shalom, Akim. Shalom. All right. So this is I think this is my fourth, I want to say fifth, but to be precise, this is my fourth time doing this video. For some reason, my iCloud storage on the phone wouldn't allow me to record a video, so it was backed up or whatever. So I had to go to the Apple store, and get some new data or whatever. Let them do the tricks on it, whatever, how the fuck Esau do or whatever. But that's the spiritual, spirit trying to keep you from doing, spiritual demons trying to keep you from pushing this truth, but I'm going to extreme measures to get this truth out. I'm going to extreme measures to get this truth out. It's not going to stop. You devils cannot stop this truth. Esau, you cannot stop this truth. And this video is pertaining for you also, you scoffers like Edomites, you Jake scoffers, and you bug outs and fall outs who came in this truth and got kicked out of this thing. Pertaining to you. This video is for you. Where's the promise of his coming? Alright? And we deal with that repeatedly, man. Over and over. In season, out of season. We deal with scoffers, whether they be on the comment board or whether they be on the block. That's how it is. That's how we know we have the truth over here at Great Millstone, beginning with the elders. Being persecuted for the word. Alright? 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first. Knowing what first? This truth. Knowing these prophecies. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave us these prophecies as for our learning before they take place. So we can go proclaim the gospel to the house of Yashala. And Yashala has scoffers. Out the flap, you got more Jake scoffers than Edomite scoffers. Old Testament only Israelites who come against this thing. That's a curse on your head for being an Old Testament only Israelite. From Judah all the way down to Issachar. Scoffers. Praying to a white Jesus, man. But Yahweh Shah said, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers. Knowing this first. Knowing this first, what first? That there shall come in the last days, which we are currently in. The variant of the last days, past overtime. Scoffers. Scoffers. What are the scoffers? Walking after their own lusts. Walking after their, preaching a whole nother Yahweh Shah. Walking after their own doctrine. Bucking up against the elders. How the fuck could you fix your mouth to even make a video about the elders who told you this truth? They told you this truth. You walking after your own lust. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai didn't come on your time, So now you go back off in the world and you're preaching a whole other doctrine. Or the mark of the beast is not the chip no more. Or World War III already happened. Jacob's Trouble already happened. Or the arrows, or talking about arrow that you throw on the back of a door. you know, or something at a bowling alley or some shit like that, man. Preaching a whole nother doctrine, man. Walking after their own lust, whatever makes them happy. Proverbs 3 and 5 says, lean not on your own understanding, but trust in Yahweh while Yahweh shot. Okay? Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Well, didn't he supposed to have been back years ago? You know, the year 2000. They were talking about he was coming in. That's what scoffers do, man. Where's the promise of his coming? So he didn't come on your time. Now you gonna just say, fuck it, I'm gonna just go back, and now you offering the Most High set a stumbling block before your ass. Now you offering some kind of Kemet Egyptology. You know, you're a moron, reading a book of morons, you know, or praying to Allah, you know, the unholy Quran. Yeah, walking after your own lust, man. This ain't your fucking movie. It's the Most High's thing, man. This is his script. You being blessed with a gift to even be a part of this, to even being called. That's why we said why Elder Pastor Gabar did the video. We've been called. Let's pray and hope that we are the chosen. Okay? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So if one Jake falls out of this truth, it wasn't meant for him. The Most High brought you in and he sifted you and got you up out of this thing, man. Since the creation. From the womb, he knew what he was doing. He already had this already planned. But it's going to come in at a certain time. You got older brothers who came in, who older than me, came in way 15, 20 years before me, 10 years before me, give or take a few. And they were brought in before me. That's how the Most High set it up. You know, and I'm learning from the brothers, the elder brothers. Beginning with the elders apostle, Great Millstone. All right? This ain't your movie. You don't call no shots. Who the fuck are you to tell the Most High what to do? Or he ain't coming on your time. So now you're going to go off and do your own thing. That's fine. Go do your own thing. The Most High has a death certificate waiting for you with your name on it. Like the church say, God got a blessing with your name on it. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has a death plate with your name on it. Believe that. All right? Let's read verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of power the heavens were old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Let that marinate. All right, that word perish means dissolved. It was killed. Everything was wiped away. All right, verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store. Reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So the ones who are scoffing and the ones who are saying, where's the promise of his coming? You were reserved for the fire. You were created for this time of fire. Not created back then for when the waters hit around Noah's time. No, you were reserved. I just read it. Reserved. I mean, you were reserved. You were set in stone for this day of judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's going to be an ethnic cleansing of fire upon Babylon, aka America. All right, and it's going to be done all in righteousness. So y'all can scoff and talk that shit, buck up against the elders, buck up against the young brothers on the block. You're going to be held accountable for that. And we love it. We love being hated over here at Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said that the world hated me, know that they world hated you, know that they hated me first. And this is a precept video backing up the last video that I just did about being found doing the works. Because you don't know when the Lord is coming. Oh, let's get that. Verse 8, 2 Peter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Talking to the elect. That's how we finna get ready for this thing, man, Lord willing. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, And he promised to deliver the radio frequency identification chip, the mark of the beast. He promised to deliver Jacob's trouble and kill off 2/3 of his people. Promised to gather his remnant from the four winds of the earth and give them their reward. That is his promise. But the Most High does not fuck off, man. Straight business. As some man counts slackness, for you scoffers, and the ones that's weak in the faith, lukewarm. But it's long suffering to usward. Long suffering, being enduring, being made hard, having patience with this thing, man. That usward is talking about the elect. Not willing that any should perish. And I read that perish a little earlier, talking to the elect that we should not perish, because 10,000 gonna follow this side, 10,000 gonna follow that side in the day of his wrath, but it's not gonna come nigh none of his elect men. We're not gonna perish. We're gonna scarcely make it out by the hairs on our beards. Okay? I'm trying to grow my beard to the best of my ability. Okay? But that all, and that all is not talking about all nations, is only talking about Yasharallah, the house of Israel, northern and southern kingdom, which in the kingdom is going to be just one. Not going to be northern and southern kingdom, it's going to be one. That's a fact right there too. But that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief. Listen up, you scoffers. Where's the promise of his coming? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And I read that in the last, went over that in the last previous video, where I said it's a precept video, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. What kind of great noise? A thermonuclear noise. A big boom. 200 dooms. On top of booms. On top of booms. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So all the jakes that in, I work with jakes, 2/3 wicked ass jakes. You know, oh man, I can't wait to come to work tomorrow. Putting off the day of the Lord. And you're gonna get burned up right wrong with your works. Building these, you know, whatever you do, or whatever your occupation is, your craft is on your skill set on your job. Oh, that's gonna be wiped away. The Most High is gonna wipe away the whole memory of this earth through fire. Matthew 24, picking that back up. For some reason, the Spirit been on me with this chapter, man. And letting me know that we're at the end. Further more confirmation that we're at the end. And Yahweh Shem Shai is giving you the direction to stay focused. That's in Luke the 11th chapter, having that laser eye, you know, hitting them on all angles, man. Matthew 24 and 48. But and if, talking to you scoffers once again, but and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord, delayeth his coming. Delayeth his coming. Well, he not coming when I want. I've been doing the work for over 10 years and he ain't came yet. Scripture got it written, man. Woe to you that have lost patience. You have lost it. And the Most High knows the thoughts and that's in the mind and hearts, man. What you thinking about. You know, we not pushing, we pushing this truth in the midst of the Most High doing this thing out here, that he speeds up these days, and he is speeding up these days for the elect's sake. These days going by fast, rapid. Now we heading into 2020, which is going to be the full implementation, me speaking as a man, of the radio frequency identification chip mark of the beast. And I'm going to make this video quick. All right? But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken. Getting out of this truth over here, great millstone, 100% doctrine, falling out or getting kicked out. Now you off in Babylon teaching a whole other doctrine. A beast doctrine, man. A Babylonian doctrine, man. All right? All Edomites can be saved. You know, the earth is flat. Just bullshit, man. You know, but that's a stumbling block. That is a stumbling block that the Most High has set up for 2/3 of his people, so he can what? Utterly destroy them with his fervent heat. All right? Verse 50, Matthew 24:50. Once again, from the previous video that I did. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. For you fucking scoffers. Where's the promise of his coming? That's a cut for you right there. The book of Zephaniah. Chapter 3. And verse 8. Got this big old Bible. I was telling the elder about that. Yeah, I think that was last Saturday, man. I have to go get another Bible. Zephaniah 3. He got so much. He got over 1,000 pages in this Bible. Literally. Zephaniah, Salaki, brother. Zephaniah 3. And it's the you can get this Bible off Amazon or whatever. You know, the 12 tribes of Israel, all black. You know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the names of the Father and the Son, the solar, the lunar calendar in it. All right. Zephaniah 3:7. I said, surely thou wilt fear me. And this thing is all about fear. Those who follow this truth and say, well, the promise of his coming, do not fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Thou wilt receive instruction. So their dwelling should not be cut off, howsoever I punish them. But they rose early and corrupted all their doings, wicked ass jakes. Therefore, wait ye upon me. Salah. Wherefore, wait ye upon me. We waiting on the Lord. Well, that's with patience. Here's the faith and the patience of the saints. Wait upon me is what he said. Saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. The valley of Yehoshaphat in Saudi Arabia, which is coming soon, World War III. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And that next verse goes into that pure language, man, of how the ones who remain diligent, you know, to make their call and election sure, and hopeful in this thing, having faith when your Yahushua come. And we're going to receive that pure language. That pure language is being restored right now. All right? That's how we know the name of the Father and the Son. Okay? That pure language has been restored. All right? I got one more cut for you scoffers. All right? This is Jeremiah. All right? You want to talk about where the promise of his coming? Let's get it. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 7. Where's the promise of his coming? I got you. The lion is come up from his thicket. The lion, Yahushua, is come up from his thicket, from at his place, man. What place is it? You're finna see. And the destroyer of the Gentile is on his way. The destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. This is a two-part series here, man. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate. He's gone forth from his place. What place? Set at the right hand of the Father, Yahweh. Yahweh says, sit right here till I make thy enemies your footstool. Yahweh shines wait on his reward. Along with us, man. He finna get all in. He coming back in all glory and all apparel. With a big stocky ass body, tall as ever. Righteous beard. Who knows, you know, maybe have gold in his mouth. You know, we don't know. We know he's very dark-skinned. Very darker than these floors. That's right. He is going forth from his place to make thy land desolate. When you see that land, that word land is talking about America, Babylon. All right? Read about that in Amos the 9th and 8th chapter, man. Okay? And the cities shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. And you scoffers are going to be a part of that. All right? Where's the promise of his coming? You're going to be laid waste and desolate along with Babylon. You're going to die along with these Edomites and everything else, man. All right? So I'm going to end the video. Hope it's been edifying. We're facing the east already. I'm going to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this truth and sound doctrine throughout the four winds of the earth, wherever ye are scattered. Keep pushing, Akim. Keep pushing. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua return is imminent. It's imminent. Shalom. Kwan Yasharala.